Welcome back to another episode of Akau TV. Here joined this morning by Otaki, beautiful filly, who's looking to race at Otaki this coming weekend. So we've got racing at 3 different venues, from the South Island at Riccarton to the Central Districts at Otaki and the North Island higher up at Terappa. The rain has obviously struck this week here in the north, but really excited to see a lot of these horses take place. A few really horses that we have a lot of time for, and we'll start off at Riccarton, where we start in race 1 with a royal bred filly by Too Darn Hot, a half sister to Extravagant, who was a massive winner in the 2000 Guineas at Riccarton. So very special to have a filly at her quality in the stable for Alan Galbraith. Look, her trials was okay. We're still really getting to know her, but Michael McNabb on 1200 metres will suit her, and whatever she does do there on Saturday, she's certainly going to improve off. Then we move on to race number 3, the Welcome Stakes, a race that Akau has had so much luck in many years, and we've got 2 really nice potential horses on the way up. Never Too Much, he's been excellent in his first 2 races to date, arguably should have won there last time out. It was nobody's fault. Haley gave him a lovely run in transit. He just didn't get the openings when we needed it, but he finished off strongly. He's gone the right way since, and if he can get the right run with OP on, he should be very competitive. And Enchantment, she's just got to run up to the same quality she did first up there at Riccarton. The 1000 metres will really suit her, and to get the quality of rider of Michael McNabb aboard is a massive bonus from a nice alley. She does have the tendency to get up over racing a touch, but look, she only has to run the same as she did first up there. And then we move to race 4, the 75 1400. 2 really progressive horses in Cool and Fast and Vivacious. Really happy with both of them leading into it. Cool and Fast has obviously strung a couple together, which is great to see. He's finally putting it all together, because he's a horse that's been very frustrating throughout the whole season. So Hunter and the team in the South Island done a wonderful job with him. OP on, massive bonus, so hopefully he can land in a good position, and up the Riccarton straight he should be very genuine. And Vivacious, very good first up, plain second up. We'll just put it down the second up syndrome. 1400 metres again, and with that weight relief of Hayley Hassman is going to be ideal. Expect to see her bounce back being third up. Then we move to race 5, where we have High Roller, a horse that's becoming increasingly frustrating. He's certainly not putting his best foot forward, because we know the ability's there. He does have the potential to run some really big races. So look, we need to get his mind space right, but look, it wouldn't surprise us at all if he bounced back, because he has shown us a lot of ability since day 1. And then we move to race 6, 2 fillies on the way up. Perlino was excellent last start at Riccarton over the mile. She's a filly that has just continued to build the right way since getting to the South Island. She's put 3 really good runs in since arriving down there, so we're really happy with her. She certainly looks an each way chance. And Aishiteru, step back to a mile is probably not ideal for her, but expect to see her searching for the line late, and once she gets to the 2000 metres of the wall step, you'll see a much better effort. And then we move to race 7, the Open 1200, Insatiable. He's a horse that is certainly in and out with his form, but the team have got him spot on for his event there on Saturday. Joe Doyle takes the ride. He should get a nice run in transit. Joe seems to get the best out of him, which is a really good sign. So hopefully he can bounce back to what he's shown us. He does have a lot of ability. Race number 8, we move to Stony Breck Incognito. 2 horses that are continuing to run nice races. Back to the mile will help, and to have 2 really good riders aboard them in Opie and Tristan is positive signs. So Stony Breck obviously is probably the leading charge of the pair of them, so expect to see him as an each way chance again. Incognito, as long as he finds a bit more than what he did after a bit of a layoff from that first up run, he should be able to bounce back. And then we move to the last race, Cognoscenti and Elegant Lady. Cognoscenti was a really tough effort last time out there at Riccarton. He looked like he was really battling halfway down, but he really stuck out and toughed it out and won well. And Elegant Lady, she's probably just struggling a little bit. Back to 75 grade will help her with that weight relief of Hayley. should help, but we certainly need to see her step up there on Saturday. Then we move to our other meeting on Saturday at Otaki, where we have 4 runners accepted to race. Race number 2, we start off with First Light, a filly that's just continued to go the right way since that first up run at Matamata. The 1,000 metres is always going to be a bit short on her pedigree, but we've been happy with her. She's built the right way, looks terrific. Expect to see a good effort by her. Then we move to race 4, where we will have Avontagia. We withdrew her from Avondale last race, bit of a heavy track, so we thought we'd just look after her. Triple A will certainly do her the world of good also. Samantha Collett takes the ride, good positive rider, happy to have her aboard, and she should be able to land into a good position just in behind the speed, and if she can run up to that first up race, she should be a very competitive chance. She's a filly that we really, really like, and hopefully can get her towards that Group 3 Cambridge Breeder Stakes. And then we move to race 6, Huckinen. Unfortunately, the barrier draw doesn't help him, so we'll just assess that field in the next 24 hours. There's plenty of options coming up for him. He's racing very genuinely and honest. And then we move to the Hawke's Bay Cup in race number 7. Savoir Faire's come up with an awful barrier draw. Everything's gone right for him in his last 2 races, and it was just unfortunate that he's drawn a wide barrier there. But look, he's got the form on the board. He's got plenty of confidence. His work's been terrific. We expect him to race very genuinely and honest again. Then we move to our Sunday meeting at Terappa, where we forecast to strike a lot of rain, so we're just going to keep really open-minded with all runners. But we do kick off in race 2 with Altari, put in a really genuine performance in the open grade at Matamata last time out. Back to 75 grade helps, drawn a nice barrier. Opie Bosson on, he should race very genuinely as long as the track isn't too saturated. Then we move to race 3, the 2-year-old race. Zafar was impressive in his trial there at Avondale. He's a horse that we really like going forward, but he does need the good footing. So as I said earlier, and many times for the Terappa horses, the track conditions are going to be key for a horse like him. And then Timeless Beauty, a filly that we do really like, and she will get through the ground. Craig Grills takes the ride. I believe she's drawn to advantage if the track is in that heavy bracket. She will skip through that type of goings, which will be very good for her. And then we move to race number 4, the 3-year-old 1200 Sibling Rivalry, a filly that's continued to be tough and impressive throughout her whole career. She hasn't put in a bad run to date, and her work suggests that she's continued to go the right way, and certainly a bit of cut in the track won't bother her whatsoever. And then we move to race number 5, Dream of the Moon and El Viento. El Viento fresh up after a bit of a layoff. He does have his little quirks in the barriers, but happy with him. His trial was good at Avondale, but better going certainly would be beneficial to him, but we'll keep open-minded. And Dream of the Moon, she's raced well all season, continues to do well. Her work's been excellent. We expect another really good effort by her. Then we move on to race 6 at Terappa, where we are contested with 2 chances, an Egyptian Queen and Sense of Timing. Both fillies certainly wouldn't mind a bit of juice in the track, but that heavy bracket is a big question mark being a bit later in the day. But both fillies are going the right way. Sense of Timing will certainly benefit from the run, but Egyptian Queen, she's run honest, races very well there at Terappa, so expect a really good effort by her again. And then we move on to race number 7. Thumbelina, impressive, really, really good at Pukekohe. Has to go back left-handed, where we had a few issues with her first up for the stable, but we really can't fault her. We think she's a serious horse on the upward spiral. Craig Grill sticks with. I do believe she is drawn to advantage, and if we're any hope of getting to the Cambridge Breeder Stakes in a couple of weeks, she certainly needs to put her best foot forward going left-handed and up in grade. And then we move to the last, Xantabulous. Obviously a beautiful grey, and she'll handle track conditions no matter how wet they are. She's just continued to go the right way throughout her whole season. Big effort at Pukekohe last time out on a track that probably didn't suit her whatsoever, and arguably if she wasn't held up for 50 metres she would have won that. So that completes all the runners this weekend. A lot of horses to get through, and weather conditions obviously will depend on what we do and don't run, but one horse that we do think will really handle them and is the best bet for the weekend would have to be Xantabulous. So good luck to all the owners and all the horses that are running. Really looking forward to it, and go the Tangerine.